There are a total of 96 tracks in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but which ones are the best? Well, last week I asked over 4,000 people to give each track a rating from 1 to 5. I've tallied up the results in order to create a ranked list of each track from least to most popular. And so, in today's video, we'll be answering every question you could possibly want answered. Which of the 5 Rainbow Road tracks is the best? Which real-life city has the best Mario Kart track based on it? And of course, out of every track from the game, which one is the best and which one is the worst? Let's find out! First off, I had to collect the data. As always, I put together a survey using Google Forms where I gave people the opportunity to give each of the 96 tracks from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe a rating from 1 to 5, and on top of that, I also included the 8 battle tracks from the game, bringing the total up to 104 courses total. Wow. So, because of the sheer number of courses, this survey turned out pretty long, and I was worried I wouldn't get many responses at all. But within the first 10 hours, over 2,000 people had filled out the survey. And as I record this, it's over 4,000. So, thank you so much to everyone who took part. I also played every single track from the game back to back to record footage for this video. I severely underestimated how long that would take. It ended up being almost 7 hours of Mario Kart. And let me tell you, even the most enjoyable of games can get old when you force yourself to play it non-stop. But alas, such is life. After that, I imported all of the data from the survey into Microsoft Excel and did some very basic Excel manipulation to create a nice, neat list of every track from least to most popular. Should I pick out some of the highlights from the list, the best few or worst 10 tracks or something? No, you all told me to go through every single course from worst to best, so that's what we're going to do. Are you ready? I'm not sure I am, but let's begin. So, in 96th place is 3DS Toad Circuit with a score of just 2.45. This is, according to all of you, the single worst track in the entire game. And that's not a huge shock to me, as it's a pretty poor HDification of a pretty bland 3DS track. Sorry. Then, in 95th is Bone Dry Dunes, in 94th is SNES Mario Circuit 3, and 93rd is Tour Tokyo Blur. This is the least popular of all of the real-life city-based Mario Kart tracks, which is a shame. When you picture the city of Tokyo, there's just so much potential for a really great Mario Kart track. But this one right here just looks bland and isn't that fun to play. So, next up, in 92nd is GameCube Dry Desert. 91st is SNES Donut Plains 3. Yeah, those SNES tracks aren't scoring great so far, are they? 90th is Tour London Loop. 89th is GBA Sunset Wilds. And then we get a whole spate of city tracks. Bangkok Rush, Paris Promenade, New York Minute, Amsterdam Drift, Berlin Byways, and Los Angeles Laps. That brings us to 82nd place, and we're going to pick up the pace a bit now. So, in 82nd is GBA Sky Garden, then Ice Outpost, Water Park, Mario Circuit, GameCube Sherbetland, Sky High Sunday, Tour Madrid Drive, GBA Mario Circuit, GBA Cheeseland, and Tour Rome Avanti in 73rd place. That means we're 1/4 of the way through the list. So, in other words, those were the worst 25% of courses, according to you all. Okay, next up, in 72nd place is N64 Toad Turnpike, Mario Kart Stadium, GameCube Baby Park, Sweet Sweet Canyon, DS Mario Circuit, Tour Athens Dash, N64 Choco Mountain, Tour Sydney Sprint, Excite Bike Arena, DS Cheap Cheap Beach, GBA Boo Lake, Dolphin Shoals, Twisted Mansion, DS Shroom Ridge, and Tour Vancouver Velocity. Pausing there for a minute because in 58th place, Vancouver Velocity is the second most popular city-based track in the game. Only one more to go. So, 57th is GBA Snowland, then N64 Royal Raceway, GBA Riverside Park, Mario Kart 8 Rainbow Road followed immediately by SNES Rainbow Road. That means that these two Rainbow Roads are the least popular two in this game. SNES Rainbow Road and Mario Kart 8 Rainbow Road are also the only two Rainbow Road tracks found in the bottom half of the list. Sorry to them. 52nd is Merry Mountain, then Wario Stadium, Neo Bowser City, Moo Moo Meadows, and in 48th is Rock Mountain, known as Alpine Pass here in the UK. That means we have reached the halfway mark of our list. In other words, all of those courses we've seen so far were considered the bad ones by all of you. And so it should be uphill from here. But while we've paused for breath, let's take a quick look at the battle tracks. There are only 8 of these battle courses, and from worst to best, we have Battle Stadium, Sweet Sweet Kingdom, SNES Battle Course 1, Lunar Colony, Urchin Underpass, Dragon Palace, GameCube Luigi's Mansion, and finally, 3DS Woohoo Town. Yay, a Mario Kart 7 track 1! And with that, let's get back to the main list. In 47th place, we have Tour Singapore Speedway with a score of 3.55, making this track the most popular city course in the entire game. Which makes sense, as Singapore Speedway is full of recognisable landmarks, it looks great, and it's a really fun course to drive around too. Then we have 3DS Rosalina's Ice World, Super Bell Subway, Dragon Driftway, 3DS Piranha Plant Pipeway, Thwomp Ruins, Cloud Top Cruise, Wii Grumble Volcano, N64 Calamari Desert, Wild Woods, Wii Daisy Circuit, and Animal Crossing, which is in 36th place. I have to say, I really love this Animal Crossing track, so I was hoping it would be a little higher up, but hey, 36 isn't that bad. And we're approaching the top third of the courses, with N64 Yoshi Valley, Tour Piranha Plant Cove, Bowser's Castle, Toad Harbor, DS Peach Gardens, Hyrule Circuit, Shy Guy Falls, GameCube Yoshi Circuit, 3DS DK Jungle, and Tour Ninja Hideaway. And Ninja Hideaway is the highest placing track to have debuted in Mario Kart Tour, coming in at 26th place. In 25th is GBA Ribbon Road, then GameCube Daisy Cruiser, Wii Moonview Highway, Wii Wario's Gold Mine, and Mute City. And now we're down to the top 20! Hooray! In 20th is Electrodrome, 19th is Wii Cooper Cape, 18th is Sunshine Airport, 17th is GameCube Waluigi Stadium, 16th is SNES Bowser's Castle 3, which is by far the highest placing SNES track, by the way, and that's no surprise. I think everyone was pretty wowed by how Nintendo took an old and not especially interesting retro track and completely transformed it into a really exciting new take on a classic. For context, the second highest rated SNES track is Rainbow Road back in 53rd, and this one is in 16th place. Wow. So, in 15th we have DS TikTok Clock. In 14th is Music Park, aka Melody Motorway in the UK, which is a much better name. Then 13th is N64 Rainbow Road, a real classic. 12th is Squeaky Clean Sprint, and 11th is Big Blue. And now we're down to the very top 10 courses in the game. So, in 10th place we have Wii Mushroom Gorge, rated 4.20. In 9th place is GameCube DK Mountain, scored at 4.24. Then in 8th place we have Wii DK Summit, with a score of 4.26. In 7th place is Wii Coconut Mall, with a rating of 4.27. Now, 7th place is obviously a really great placement, but I can't help but wonder, had the Mario Kart 8 version of this course been a little higher quality, would Coconut Mall have risen even higher? Who knows? Then in 6th place is Wii Maple Treeway, which scored 4.38. Now, we're down to the top 5. In 5th place is Mount Wario, with a score of 4.41. This is the highest placing track from the original version of Mario Kart 8. No DLC, no booster packs. Mount Wario has been here from the start. And from the start, it blew people's socks off. An exciting and dramatic trip down a mountain, with dynamic music that changes as you get further down, trees to slalom through, boost pads to boost across, water sections, air sections. This track has it all. Then in 4th place is Yoshi's Island with a score of 4.45. This is one of the absolute coolest new tracks that debuted in Mario Kart 8's Booster Pack. And spoiler alert, it's the very last original track on the list. Mario Kart 8 has had a number of themed tracks like Animal Crossing, Big Blue and Hyrule Circuit. But this one may well be the very best. Certainly it is, according to all of you. Every detail of this track is ripped straight out of the original SNES Yoshi's Island game, and it's a delight to race through. Brilliant! In 3rd place, we have DS Waluigi Pinball, rated 4.48. I knew from the start that this track, Waluigi Pinball, would be right near the top. It's been a fan favourite since it debuted on the DS. But the concept of racing around a giant pinball machine just cannot be beat. And pair that with a piece of background music you'll be humming for hours after you put down your Switch, and it's no wonder this track scored so highly. In 2nd place, the runner-up is 3DS Rainbow Road. I am so happy to see this course getting so much love. I've said many times before that Mario Kart 7 was the first Mario Kart game I owned, and so I will always have a major soft spot for it. But even among the game's haters, no one could deny that Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road was a real hit. Racing across not just the titular Rainbow Road, but also around Saturn's rings and onto the moon, this course is full of creativity. And the Switch version of the track really did it justice too. I was so happy when I got to play this brilliant course on my Switch. And finally, in 1st place, well, you've probably worked it out, the number 1 spot goes to Wii Rainbow Road, the final Rainbow Road on our list, and fittingly, the very last track in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Nintendo knew that there'd be a whole lot of pressure on whatever track they'd pick as the final course in the game, and so they picked one of their best. A Rainbow Road, of course, it had to be, and one from one of the most beloved Mario Kart games in the series. Wii Rainbow Road has some of the most exhilarating and beautiful music from the Mario Kart series, which makes you feel like you're really racing across a giant rainbow in space. The actual physical track you're driving on looks so beautiful, and there's just this magical feeling you get whilst playing this course. Truly, Nintendo saved their best till the end. And I am very happy to crown Wii Rainbow Road as the most popular track from all of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Thank you so much to everyone who took part in this survey. And if you didn't know, this is actually part 2 of a 2-part series ranking Mario Kart. Last week, we ranked every single Mario Kart game, so if you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out to see how your favourite Mario Kart games performed in the list. And I'll see you next week. Bye!